Hello, my name is Sanjay. I'm from Elevate, and today I have with me my fellow colleagues, my participants. On my extreme right, we have Sanjeev. On my right, I have Ananto.
Hi.
And on my left, I have Arun.
Hi.
And at the extreme left, I have Kulpreet. And today, the topic that we are going to discuss is understanding the environment of Mars, right? So, outer space has always fascinated man. India was one of the countries that went onto the moon through a collaboration with the Russian government. And that was basically a collaboration project. Now, recently, in 2003, November, India launched, based on totally indigenous technology, a mission to Mars. There's a Mars Orbiter mission, also known as Mangalyaan, right? And what it has done, Mangalyaan has demonstrated to the world India's technological capability, and so world will be looking to India as a emerging hub for launch of satellites. So to discuss this topic further, I would like to call on the participants to have their comments. So
I will start with the challenges for the country also and for the individual also. There are basically four big challenges related to Mars, as we know very well. It's first is unbearable temperature, which is minus almost 50 to 100 degrees, minus 72 to minus 100.
Yeah.
And then second challenge is low air pressure and low gravity also. The third challenge is, and fourth challenge is thin atmosphere also. These are the four challenges due to which the life is not possible as of now on Mars, which is already we are enjoying the life on Earth. So we personally believe definitely if we will be able to correct all these things, so definitely we will have.
Yes, in spite of the challenges are there, but we have seen that life can exist because the methane gas is there available. But due to these problems, these challenges, life. But we are working on that.
In limitations, we can say that definitely we do have limitations also, along with the challenges also. Limitations in the sense of our technology are not so advanced, through which we can develop all artificial things which we have on Earth. Through artificial things also we can cultivate the life like Earth also on Mars, but we don't have that much technology. So that is only our limitation.
One thing I like to add on, in the challenges, one big challenge is also budget also.
Yeah.
As we have spent already for rupees 450 crores, on this project.
Like developing country like India.
Our president Narendra Modi, he mentioned that this money can be
might have utilized
for sanitation, to in health and hygiene, for treating nutrition.
That's why we are supposed to recover this money also.
So to recover this money, this is also a hidden but a big challenge in front of us.
And for limitation also at the same time, because money matters a lot for this country, which is considered as a developing country by most of the developed nation in this. Yeah.
But I think 450 crore rupees is very less budget.
Yeah.
As far as India's price is concerned.
Yes.
One thing that probably would like to share, that just for 450 rupees we have been able to launch a satellite. Globally, the cost of launching a satellite is 8 to 10 times more.
Yes.
So one of the world's eyes are on us as a basically price, I would call it basically price innovation. So India will automatically be a market for launching satellites. So that's one great opportunity.
And this money will be recovered in few decades, I think, because we create market. We have the experienced scientist team, experienced technology person, and
yeah, definitely.
So basically, it also adds to our national pride when we do a project of this nature, where we see that only the NASA or maybe some European agency was involved in such kind of mission. So it definitely adds to national pride when we become one of the just few countries in the world who can launch space missions.
But again, I will add something in challenges part. Not only whatever we have done, actually it's only the 1% contribution to the world. We are supposed to develop supposed to contribute to the world at least 10% or 20%. And this is possible only through when our all national and international level institutions, what we have like IIMs, IITs, NITs and IIC, Indian Institute of Bangalore, whatever they are doing, whenever the students are taking admission, they should be focused towards research and development, so that we must have the great scholars, teachers, professors out of them, and government only can take care of all these things. Only then we will have the more space research, more technology, science and development in the areas of science and technology.
I agree with my friend. Actually, most of these institutions pass out from this institution, they want to make more and more money. They are less interested towards the research field.
Development.
So research and development. So government should emphasize research and development if they have taken admission into those organizations, those institutions, their focus should be on research and
not
development.
only emphasized, it should be
made compulsory. Compulsory. It should be made compulsory.
Those who will take admission in this type of institutions, they are supposed to go for research development, and government will provide the job. That will be the government job, and with decent perks, benefits, and any other things.
I like to add on, in challenges part, primarily we are getting help from the World Bank also and other nations like Britain.
Yes.
So this help is now getting reduced. As we made our image as that we are quite advanced in technology.
Yeah.
Technologically, we are very sound. So this is, I think, one of the hidden challenges that we also need to counter.
I can think I consider this as a advancement for us, because they are considering us advanced. This is good for us. So because this is our potential, and we'll be working on our potential.
And as we know very well, in India there are always 5 things which are always the challenges for Indian government and for the people also: manpower, material, machine, method, and machinery. So if we are able to develop all these 5 things in this country, definitely we will be able to overcome all these things. So these challenges and limitations will be our strength in near future. But we will have to develop our all national level, international level institutions towards research and development. Through this only we will be able to develop the entire nation.
The one of the aim of this Mars orbital mission is to understand the environment of Mars. For that there are 5 payloads. MCC, that is Mars color camera, to capture the picture of surface of Mars. Second is MSM, that is methane sensor for Mars. The purpose for this MSM is to detect the methane, to detect the water if there is, and if these things are detected, this had the evidence for there is the life also.
This will prove that at some point in time there was life on Mars.
Yeah, methane is there, life.
Now we will discuss the opportunities and benefits out of the Mars.
This is the obvious opportunity. We'll get to know that whether there was any time life exists on Mars or not, and we can also explore that can we adapt, can we think of that Mars as our next destination?
Correct.
Yes.
This is the biggest opportunity I see.
Yeah.
And this is also technological advancement.
Yes.
So we have moved one step, not one step, several steps forward in technological advancement. And with this we are going to get a lot of information, and it may be that time will come, we'll be the first nation in the whole world to tell certain thing for the first time.
Correct.
Yeah, and there is basically for new molecular development also, for new molecules to develop, you need to work in low gravity areas, you need to work in low pressure areas. So that's also one thing that you can do only something in outer space. So it will be basically boon to the India's chemical engineering industry also to develop new molecules.
Yes, and I find the biggest benefit and opportunity when we are successful in this Mars Abhiyan. In advance now we are able to know the all calamities.
Yes,
We will in advance we will able to know, and through this definitely at least somehow 40 to 50% we will able to stop all those calamities which earlier we were facing. So I think this is the biggest achievement for all Indians, and definitely we are proud of it.
And this will be a great advancement for us also, because whatever challenges we are having, like low temperature is there, low pressure is there. So our scientists and engineers, they will be working on certain material machines which will be minimizing this thing,
renewable resources and energy.
So there will be more advancement, so they will be starting working on those challenges what we are having right now. So those challenges will turn into our benefit.
So if I had to sum it up for today, for the Mars, for understanding the environment of Mars, whatever projects we do for exploring outer space, they should go on. And not only that, not only do we know the frontiers of outer space, that whether life is there or not, but the kind of research that can be conducted in outer space which cannot be conducted in Earth itself. And such products add to our national pride. And at the cost that we are able to launch these missions, space missions, this is a great advantage for India. And it's a big feather in the cap of India to create such great technological projects or space projects such a low cost. So this will bring more space projects to India, and I think the entire world can benefit from this. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.